Hello everyone, how's it going? So today I'm going to be casting a 1 versus 1 that was submitted on the subreddit of /r/castit. It was the most recent post on there. God, the music when I go into these old replays is so loud. It was posted about a month ago, and the title was, Dear God, this game was scrappy. Let me see. Okay, actually it was, Dear God, this is scrappy. The whole time. So, of course, I had to cast it, since nobody else has yet. So, spawning down here in the bottom left-hand side is going to be Kane's DarKMatteR playing as a red Terran player, and up in the top right-hand side is going to be the blue Zerg player, SmurfyDuck. SmurfyDuck sending out his Overlord to scout. He went ahead and got his gas before pool, and he's going to go hatch. So he's going to gas hatch pool. I'd assume he's going to get a pool eventually. But we'll just have to see. We got a good luck, have fun, and then a winky face. Winky face. And our Terran player getting the racks up. He's got his gas up. He's playing pretty standard. Still no pool up from our Zerg player. I don't know if this is by design or if all of a sudden he's going to be like, wait, where are my Zerglings? That winky face is cause we're sexy, not cause I'm cheesing. Winky face. Bub. Who says bub? Oh man, this guy's a clown. Thanks, bub. This guy must be old. Got tongue-faced for the compliment. These guys are just like showing off their APM, trying to intimidate each other right now with their chat skills. It's like, hey, my APM's like 1,000,000, so I can chat it up with you while I still macro perfectly. I would love to see. Jeez. Well, I don't think he would love to see Cheese, actually, because he's making his command center on the low ground. So Cheese would be disgusting for him right now. That Reaper's like, I'm going to go out the back door. No. I'm going to go out the front door. There he goes, out the front door. Not even going to go like completely out the front door. First, he can check out. He's like, look at this tree. Like, that's not a natural tree. Clearly put there by the Illuminati. Reaper's going to go out. SmurfyDuck, of course, saw it coming, not only because of his map hacks, but also because he has an Overlord out here. And there goes the Reaper. Here he goes. He's gonna go in. There's no drones here. That's cheesy. That's awfully cheesy of you. Oh, there's a Queen. Queen's like, get out of here, you Reaper. There he goes, shooting some darts at it. That's right, skedaddle. That's all that Reaper wanted to do. Reaper wasn't like, I'll scout the main. I'll pick off some stuff. He's like, no. He's like, I just wanted to go out there, get 3 or 4 shots off on your hatchery, and then get out of there before the Queen kills me. And that's the way to live your life, really. That's pretty cool. Look at all these minerals. Just jump down there and grab some minerals. Reaper could totally do it. It's open door right there. Let's go up there and grab some minerals. Make this trip worth it. He's going to hang out here. But SmurfyDuck sees he's building some creep highways out here, so he's going to go down there and he's going to like shut this Reaper Scout down, the Reaper Scout for the 3rd there. Or maybe he's going to go up here and take the gold 3rd, and DarKMatteR would have no idea. We got our factory up here. He's pumping out Marines 2x2. We got 4 of them hiding up here. Sneaky spot. Maybe he's just trying to like show it off to SmurfyDuck. He's like, yeah, don't worry. I'm just building Marines. Don't you even sweat it. Reaper gonna poke in here, get shot by Queens, and he goes up into a 2nd Queen. He's not gonna get anything done at all. I don't even think he scouted that these Zerglings exist. So for all he knows, there haven't been any Zerglings made. That's all right, because he's got Marines, and Marines are pretty cheap, and they're gonna have stim soon. Well, not like super soon, but eventually they're gonna have stim, and stim's pretty good. We got 3 racks going on, so going for that 3 racks, and we got our starport, which I think he went racks factory, starport, and the other 2 barracks. No, he would have had to put the barracks up in the factory. So never mind. Was going on train of thought there, but train of thought got derailed. Oh, especially since this tech lab is the one. My mouse keeps jumping around on this. I think it's because it's like an older replay and weird things happen, but. Yeah, so I guess this barracks has actually been up for a while, but we were busy watching that super pro Reaper. Actually going for a super quick Spire up here right at the entrance. We knew he was up to something because his build was kind of weird. But since there's no pressure coming from DarKMatteR, no scouting whatsoever, he's not going to see that. He's especially not going to see it here, because if he scans, you're going to scan the main, maybe scan the natural. But I mean, even if you saw that girl like there, I don't know. Would you think to check it? Kind of could be a spine at like a quick glance. If I just glanced up there, I'd be like, okay, he's building a spine. Maybe I would. I don't know. Right now, it's kind of fat to be a spine. But we got a drop coming out here. And the Spire's about to finish, so this is like a bad timing for DarKMatteR. He flies right over that Overlord too, so SmurfyDuck's gonna be prepared for it. He's unloading here so he can take out this third. That doesn't even exist yet. I think he scanned the main there. No. No, I thought I heard a scan. Maybe I'm crazy. There he goes. Look at that stim in there, but there's nothing here to see. What's going on? What could it be? He's gonna find out here in just a second. Because if he goes up this ramp, there we go. There's a scan. Does he see it? He's, oh, look at that. It's just barely out of range. He's gonna poke up here. There's the Spire. There's the Spire. Take it out there. 11 Mutalisks on the way. He's gonna start pushing in here. Here come the Mutalisks. There aren't enough Zerglings out though. He can't actually take this head on. He's gonna have to pull some drones. He's gonna push this back. Mutalisk getting focused down a little bit there. Good on DarKMatteR, but he keeps stimming. He's actually like kind of got himself. He's done more damage to himself than he's than the other player has done to him. So there we go. This is gonna get cleaned up. This Medivac is gonna try to boost out of there, and the Mutalisk's not gonna give chase just yet. And he's even splitting them up to try to save one of them, but he doesn't know that the Mutalisks don't feel like giving chase. Okay, there they go. Now like, all right, we're secure, we're good. Things are locked down here. Let's go kill some Terran. So there he goes. Meanwhile, there's another drop coming up to the top here. So normally once you see Mutalisks start out, especially this early, you want to stop with the Medivac pressure because it sucks to get those caught out. But he's not worried. He's going to defend with this one Marine. Are you crazy? You got 3 Marines here. And the Medivac's gone. There's the other Medivac. Oh, there's a group of Marines. Okay, good. I don't think that's enough to even hold it back, though. I think if the Mutalisks jumped in on this, now it is probably. They're getting thinned out a little bit. Drop coming in up here to the north. And there's not really anything in here either. The Mutalisk's leaving now to kind of come join this flock. And I don't know. I mean, SmurfyDuck just failed to do any critical damage there. Siege tank unloads. And I don't know. He got like what, 5 kills with that tank already. So that's pretty dope. 13 kills on 13 worker kills anyway. For DarKMatteR, 0 worker kills so far for SmurfyDuck, and that's not what you want to see when you rush to Mutalisks. And there we go. He's gonna push in here. And he's going to hope that these Zerglings draw the fire. And yeah, he is going to clean up these Marines here. And the tank goes down as well. These Medivac's going to try to get out of here. Not, well, one of them tried to get out of there. The other one was like, nah, not going to even waste my time. So let's get taken out there. SmurfyDuck is taking a 3rd base. So that's, so he's going to finally be ramping up his economy out of a 2-base economy here. DarKMatteR not quite so lucky. To the point that he's not ever going to expand. You know, no 3rd command center out. He's going to send leftover SCVs along with his army. They don't need to be mining anything because that's not what we're about these days. We're about going out there and killing the Zerg. Here come the Mutalisks, and they see 1 turret and they're like, no. That's 1 turret. That's too much. 1 turret is too much. All these Medivacs out of position, though. Aim moving them with your army will do that. And these Mutalisks fly right over the Marines. Oh, my God, the meat grinder. Bunch of free Mutalisks there. A couple of Banelings in this army, though, will help out a lot. Splitting up his Marines the best he can. And he actually does a decent job. He's able to hold that off, but SmurfyDuck pushed him back, and SmurfyDuck has 3 bases. DarKMatteR does not have 3 bases. He has 2. He has 2 bases, and now he's going to call down mules because he doesn't even have this base fully saturated because he was like, you know what's going to turn the tide of this battle? 5 SCVs with my army. Our war-hardened Marines coming back from the front lines there. This one's got 2 kills, so he's seen some stuff. A couple of them got some kills, you know. So these guys are combat veterans. I saw the first guy I clicked had 0 kills, so he's not going to be able to, you know, like a lot of people are probably going to make fun of him. You know, be like, where were you? And he's going to be like, I was shooting, but nobody will believe him. And he's going to have to go out into battle and prove himself. Why? This does not look right. I don't think that's a circular. That's an oval. These fan blades are changing shape as they go around. This map needs to be revisited, I think. We got Baneling speed on the way, which is really going to help out against this Bioforce. We've also got our weapons upgrade just about to finish. There we go. armor about halfway done. We got some, you know, we finally got our third command center coming up in the main here. So he's going to fly that out when it's time. And there goes the stim forward. He's going to see what he's up against. That's a lot of Banes. Oh my god, he's so clumped up, but he does split just in time. No Zerglings coming in to help that out. So these Banelings actually got picked off pretty easily. Now the Marine's just going to stim forward. A couple more Banelings trying to be morphed in here, but I don't know if they'll have time. The Link's trying to buy a little time for these Banelings, but it's just not meant to be. There come the Mutalisks coming in from the side to help out. And looks like this will be cleaned up once again. Just barely enough Mutalisks, but a lot of damage done there by SmurfyDuck. And the Mutalisk's going to try to pick a target here. Looks like he's going to go for the top. Both players seem to be using their, well, actually, our Zerg player seems to be using his F2 key. I've seen a couple of Marines hanging out back at the base, so I don't think he's using his F2 key. That's good. He shouldn't be using that. That's crutch. How about? You gotta learn how to walk on your own. You can't just walk around with a crutch all the time. Like, crutches are nice when you're first, you know, like trying to relearn how to walk. Crutches, they aren't very good though if you actually want to get stuff done. So that's my lesson to you today. If you want to get stuff done, don't use a crutch. These two Marines gonna scare off these Banelings. SmurfyDuck is like the most scared Zerg I've ever seen. He's like, whoa, there's an engagement. I'm outie. And the Mutalisks, though, going to fly over these Marines. And there we go. He's going to clean up this small sector. They've got picked off here, this platoon, if you will. I guess it's more of a squad getting picked off there. He's going to chase down these Medivacs. I mean, these Medivacs, he's been hemorrhaging so many Medivacs. He's just got to be making Medivacs full time. He doesn't really have time to be making Liberators like this. Because he's got to be making more Medivacs because he keeps just sacrificing him to the SmurfyDuck gods. Nice thing is that he had so many SCVs saved up in his mana that he can just go ahead and fully saturate this gold base immediately. And he's really defending this a lot here. We got a couple of Widow Mines nicely spaced out. We got some Liberation Zones over top of that. Zerg player, though, is going to take his own gold base as his fourth. And he's not really looking to push in just yet. But there we go. Now he's moving out. A lot of Banelings coming in. A lot of Speed Banes. And he's going to move out here and see what he can get done. I don't believe this is a planetary yet. Nope. Man, I don't even know if it's worth it to mine from this base with how much money he's putting into just defending it. But the Marines a little bit out of position here. So SmurfyDuck going to try to just take the Marines first and then go for the base. Chasing them down. Here come the Banelings rolling in. And the Marines back up. Oh, but there's a misclick. They run right beside the Banes instead. Nice Widow Mine connections there, but there's nothing really left to defend this. Well, I guess, I mean, the base is here to defend the base. Planetary Fortress on the way. Nice connections from the Widow Mines. Oh, a lot of Banelings going down there. But it looks like there's just not enough to finish cleaning up all these Banes. Really good connections there. A couple more Marines pouring in here, but he's definitely evened up the worker count there with that. 19 workers are now taken out. Pretty sure just about all of them were on that one attack there. So nicely done by him. You can take a look, though. The workers ahead by SmurfyDuck now, 46 to 39. Army supply definitely going in favor of DarKMatteR, though. We got more Banes on the way, just constant with the army here. Not really. This is not a macro Zerg. This is an army Zerg. But he's like surprisingly passive, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of these engagements that I think he should have taken, maybe that would have lost him the game, and it's a bad idea. You know, when I play Zerg, I tend to be a little bit more on the aggressive side, and I end up taking engagements that I don't win. So maybe I need to take a page out of SmurfyDuck's book here. And here goes what might have been a Zergling run by. The Widow Mine's trying to burrow, but they do get down. Huge connections there. I think a lot of them were Marines, though, too. DarKMatteR not going to be able to push this anymore. Just a handful of Marines left versus I think he could go 1-for-1 with Banelings, the Marines here. But he is going to retreat there, let his Marines get healed up a bit. He's going to have to take another base again pretty soon here. SmurfyDuck even got a macro hatch going up here. And it looks like he's kind of just like stepped away from getting Mutalisks at all, and it's just going straight Ling Bane. And he is squeezing out a couple extra drones wherever he can. Zerglings flying in here, getting a nice surround on these Marines. Not engaging with the Banes, so here come the Banes after the Marines have already been cleaned up. And there go the Zerglings on top, and the remaining Marines, and the doors are down, but there are some huge Widow Mines there. Excellent connections, even lets down the door to let the rest of these Zerglings in. I don't think that was a wise idea. Then these Marines get surrounded. A couple of Banelings going off on these SCV. Tons of SCVs going to fall. And, I mean, this is looking really grim right now for DarKMatteR. He's losing. He's lost all his SCVs at his natural. Looks like he's going to lose all the buildings at his natural. His main he should be able to hold because of this wall. But, oh, man. I completely missed this push here because it looks like he's going to take out the third base of SmurfyDuck. SmurfyDuck does still have his gold, though. So he clears out that base. Here come the Zerglings and Banelings in. The Widow Mines do not burrow in time. Hot pickup there, picking up a couple of his Marines, trying to unload them in the safety of this Liberation Zone. These are all Zerglings and Banelings. It's really hard for the Liberator to keep up and pick off as many of those as he needs. All the buildings now taken out of the natural for SmurfyDuck, or I'm sorry, for DarKMatteR. And he's gonna come back down there. I mean, he's now supply blocked, 80 supply out of 69, so he's got to rebuild a lot of these supply depots that were in his natural here. He's returning with just one Marine inside of his medevac, as well as the Liberator. He's got a handful of Marines, a couple of Widow Mines. This is definitely an uphill battle for him from here. He does have his, he's continuing his upgrades though, so that he does have that going for him. We've got the gold base almost mined out here for the Zerg player. Actually, I guess that's not a very fair statement. It's not almost mined out. It's getting close, but I don't know. Some of these mineral fields just look awfully low over here. But here goes this. Here goes SmurfyDuck. He's going to try to come in here, but this base, you're just better starving him out at this point, I think. Look at that. He's got a nice wall. He's going to funnel Zerglings through here. He's got some Widow Mines there to help out. Some Corruptors now in the field to take out this Liberator, as well as these Medevacs. And he's pushed on top of this army that's out of range of the defenses. Backs up to the safety of the Planetary and the Widow Mines. And it looks like he will fend this off for a little bit longer here. These Corruptors keep taking potshots at these Medevacs. They do pick off one in exchange for nothing there. So that's definitely always a good thing. If you can trade something for nothing, do it. The Marines stimming back so they can hide into this bunker here. I didn't even realize that was a bunker at the wall. So, I mean, this is about as well defended as you could be. It's a very impenetrable base, so it looks like SmurfyDuck might want to go up here and just take a look at the natural again, but he kind of bled off a few too many ground units there. He's not going to be able to push in just yet, but he can regather his forces. A lot of Zerglings joining up here. He's probably going to morph some of these into Banes, so he can just get that kind of force that's just really, really hard for DarKMatteR to engage. I mean, and it's hard to say. I think DarKMatteR is so far behind right now that it's hard for him to kind of tech switch into getting a little bit more mech that would be good against this Zerg Bane army. Nice burrow there with the Widow Mines. I don't know. Does he see the Zerg army? Nope, he didn't. But now he does. Zerg army coming up from behind. He does have one of his Widow Mines burrowed, but it doesn't seem like it can lock onto a good target there. And there's a nice connection. There's a huge connection. These Widow Mines going to keep DarKMatteR in the game for a little bit longer. Broods are now out, though, and DarKMatteR doesn't really have an answer for this. He hasn't started producing Vikings because he's had to keep remaking his medevacs that we talked about earlier, and that's kind of trickled down and come to bite him in the you-know-what. So he does manage to cancel that Broodlord there. He's going to pick up his small group of Marines there, and there's nothing now that can shoot air because that last Corruptor was taken out as it was morphing into a Broodlord. And he's going to unload here. I mean, I don't even think he should unload. Just get him home. I mean, his gold base is definitely almost mined out. His natural, however, because it was taken out earlier, does still have a few more resources left at it, so he might be able to stay in the game a little bit longer, but he's got to have an answer to the fact that the Zerg is still expanding. He's going to unload here, but there's Zerglings here. I mean, there's Zerglings just everywhere. And these forces are going to stim up here, trying to escape the Banelings. He does separate one. He's doing his best to try to pick these off. A couple of Marines fall, and I mean, he really can't even afford to lose. That was not a bad trade as far as dollar for dollar goes, Marines versus Banes, but he just doesn't have, he has to be trading way better than okay at this point. The Widow Mines do not make good connections. Nice splits coming up here from SmurfyDuck, and really, I mean, he's really eliminating the options of DarKMatteR to pull back into this game, but he does, DarKMatteR does keep producing. He's got a couple of Vikings out now to try to fight these Broodlords, but even just a handful of Corruptors. Well, I guess he only got one more Corruptor. So, 2 Vikings not going to be able to focus down these Broodlords in time. But, you know, he might have a chance if he keeps producing those. But he really needs a new base. He can lift off his base, one of his bases, and land it in a new base. And, you know, just try to mine that. Maybe even just hope that it goes unscouted. You know, like take something like down here and just hope for the best. But look at all these Zerglings. I don't even think he needs the support of the rest of his army, but he's going to wait for it anyway just to play it safe. And there goes a... Oh, that was going to be a big Widowmine connection, but nice control from SmurfyDuck here, finally pouring in. Still big connections from these Widowmines, but it's just not enough. The macro of SmurfyDuck is going to push through here and eliminate the entire army of DarKMatteR once again. And more Marines come out, and that actually is enough to clean up the remaining ground army. These Vikings went unchecked and were able to eventually clean up the Broodlords. Mutalisks now out on the map, though, and Vikings are obviously decent against Mutalisks, but they're not really what you'd want. So we'll see here. I mean, the SmurfyDuck just keeps switching his tech back and forth. I guess he's not really switching his tech all that much. He's never once been like, I think I'm going to stop making a ton of Zerglings. But why not? I mean, they're practically free. And there we go. He does see these Vikings coming in now, so he's going to reposition his army. Scan going down so he can clean up a couple of creep tumors. I guess take small victories at this point. I mean, at this point, he almost wants to clean up the creep tumors and get out. Look at all these Mutalisks and the Marines running for their lives. The Medevac's getting gunned down as they lag behind. And finally there, we do have DarKMatteR finally lifted off his base, and he's going to start mining long distance while he's putting on that pressure there. Just now getting saturated, though, and it looks like SmurfyDuck is keen to this, so he's going to come down here. If he wasn't sure before, now he knows, and I'm so glad those Widowmines didn't go off on those two Zerglings. That would have been tragic. He's looking for a good angle here. And looks like maybe they're going to just fly into the natural here. Going to cut off the reinforcements. Now he's going to ride into the main here, and he's just picking off Marines as they spawn. DarKMatteR's stuck in a tight spot here. He can't come back and chase these down. The Mutalisks will just run around. He's going to be able to defend this base, but he's going to have to sacrifice his main to do so. He's just going to need some incredible Widowmine shots. These Widowmines, though, I don't think they're even going to finish. These Widowmines are not burrowed like they should be, and they get picked off immediately. SmurfyDuck just targeting those down very, very quickly. And, I mean, he's not afraid of that missile turret anymore. He's grown up. And he's going to go straight for these workers. These Widowmines not quite in the correct position. He knows where the Widowmines are, so he's going to be safe here. It looks like he even has these on hold position, so they don't bunch up and fly over these Widowmines. Small attack force coming up here. Gets picked off fairly easily. Nice decent connections, I guess, from those Widowmines, but again, not enough. Now they're exposed. They're getting taken out. They're going to take out a couple of drones at this base that's been completely mined out, or just about so. I mean, DarKMatteR, he's a fighter for sure, not giving up easily, but as soon as these Banelings get through and start making those connections, they get picked off here. This one Marine didn't even feel like fighting. He just gave up. And now he's just going to try to abuse the fact that, you know, dropships are overpowered, but here come the Mutalisks. Pick off these Medevacs, and I think that's it for the options. There's not even anything mining anymore for DarKMatteR. I don't know why. I guess he scanned there to see, like, oh, would anybody know if I took it? What's he gonna do, though? I mean, guess he's just like, well, I'm gonna go practice my micro. And there he goes. He sees two Zerglings. He's like, that's it. I didn't know you still had two Zerglings. I quit. Excellent game by SmurfyDuck. This was not as close as the Reddit title led me to believe, but SmurfyDuck played it really, really well. Excellent splitting, excellent target firing, and thank you for joining me. I'll try to cast more from the subreddit in the future here, and you have a great day.